Welcome, Destination Divergence. Y'all just stabilized your 5th plane out of 6. You're down to the last one. Before you rejoin with the other group and we head on to Delcor, you are up against Philanus, the fairy court. And as always, I'll give you at least some description of where you're headed before you head there, although I'm sure just involving the Fae in some way, you've all got some ideas already.
Bad.
I remember her.
Time, bad.
So, Nikarith, you've tried to explore here a little bit, but each time you've dipped in, you've ended up in a slightly different location. So it's been hard to get too much consistent information. A lot of the planes are somewhat uniform. There are planes like the Plane of the Dead, where you went and it was all fucking tunnels, and you were like, yep, there's tunnels. And then there were other planes that were extremely varied, like the plane you were just in, where you're on a turtle's back in the ocean, and then you were in a jungle, and then you were in the plains, and it just kept changing, right? The Philanus is even more chaotic than that. There's lots of different elements to it. It's just kind of all over the place. That said, you have heard in your research, and as Clemens has flown around the world and gathered research, and your artificers of the party have gathered research, and Leroy has helped by doing planar travel shenanigans and stuff.
And Leroy was there too.
You have a lot of planar knowledge in the party, and the number one thing you find in research about Philanus is really just stories about it. Philanus is an easy plane to stumble into. Its manifest zones tend to be subtle, and it's the kind of place where, a child might go for a walk in the woods and then just end up in the Feywild, or things like that. Like, it is, just look for the mushrooms in the forest that grow after a rain, and if you look at one and admire it for long enough, you might look back up to find yourself no longer on Earth, or the material plane, or whatever. It's,
the Feywild is being dead.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. But many people return from the Feywild, and they tell their stories. So you know the tricksy nature of Fey, the chaotic nature of them, and you know that is a land that is itself very rich with stories. Stories make the place run, they make the place tick. And only very rarely have you encountered, or has anyone encountered someone in Philanus that appeared to be outside those stories. And that's what you know about Philanus. You know it is a land of illusory magic. So any kind of illusion or enchantment magic is empowered here. So be careful for that, but also you can potentially make use of that if you got some illusory and enchantment spells. You also know it's a place where words have power. You might want to be careful about exactly what you say and the way you word things in Philanus.
Slurs can kill people here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the one. And you know that logic doesn't always work as you expect in this place, so be careful of that as well.
Oh boy.
Okay,
Oh.
Eli's not logical anyway, so.
Perfect. So, is there any other preparations you would like to make before heading to Philanus?
But I can't think of them.
The only thing I could think of that was there any relevant. No. Now I'm just more like. Now I want to know, like, how prepared are we to deal with, like, the structure of the Fae Court and their general customs? Because there's a chance that's going to happen, and honestly, I don't want to just kill them.
With the library!
Unfortunately, I think it's unlikely you would know too much about the structure of the Fae Court. Most people that make it to Philanus and witness any portion of the Fae Court don't tend to be the ones that make it back.
They don't make it back.
Unless they find themselves locked into a deal that swears them to secrecy, and things like that. So it is not entirely known, and the things you have heard don't make sense. They don't line up with each other. You hear someone say, that the fairy court is full of thieves. It's full of elves and archfey that are trying to steal everything you own, and they will do it slowly and meticulously and evilly, and they will finally just strip you of everything that you possess and leave you with nothing. There are people that say that they're a wonderful people. There are people that enchant their wine so that it heals every ailment you have while you're there. There are people that put on great shows and fancy parties, and none of these things like mesh with each other, and every story about the fairy court is different. Which makes you wonder, which of these stories are correct? Are they all correct? Are they all correct at different times? What's the deal here? It's tricky to pin down.
Okay.
But you do know there are definitely some powerful fae that sort of run things from somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Should we rope together some potential interesting gifts to smooth things over?
That's a really good idea.
Anybody got any children
great
they're not
idea.
particularly fond of?
Hey, I'm not that kind of bard, all right?
Oh.
Okay, St. Patrick. No. Or sorry, no. Pied
What?
Piper.
Yeah.
Other one.
Leroy looks a little questioningly at the bag of ball bearings he has.
How is that a good gift, Leroy?
It's a joke. Because I'm made of metal and they're made of metal. They might be my children.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
that was a stretch. Wow.
Yeah. It wouldn't have seemed like such a bad joke if Eli hadn't asked for it to be explained.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's
I
embarrassing for him.
just thought to myself, that doesn't make any sense, and then moved on.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
See, I just thought this must make some sense somehow, so I'll fill in the gaps, but I filled in the gaps in a completely different way. And I
Oh,
just
what'd you
assumed
do?
you were just gonna start handing out ball bearings and like trying to convince people that they were much more ancient artifacts than they actually are, things like that. Yeah.
I
It's
will
like
now
when my
be doing
coworker was
it.
talking about having an iced coffee shower, and I was like, "Did you dump the iced coffee on yourself?"
Ooh, an aura forma.
Ooh.
Wait, what is an iced coffee shower then?
Oh, when you're sipping on some iced coffee
Well,
and you're in the
In the
shower at the same
shower.
time.
They
Sounds
would
like
have
a
called
shower
that.
beer.
I would have called
like
that a
a
shower
whiskey
iced
shower.
coffee.
It was
Yeah.
actually so much simpler than I thought it was gonna be.
it's like a golden shower.
Like, yeah, it's
no,
like that.
actually,
No.
it's the complete opposite. I'd
Nobody
say.
calls it a beer shower; they call it a shower beer. So why would you call it a nice coffee shower?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Listen, I don't fucking know. You think I'm asking her these questions? You think I'm having this type of conversation at 4 p.m. on a Friday?
Yes.
No.
No, you just said you were. You literally just said you were.
Literally.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you
Basic-
just had this conversation at 7:24 p.m. on a Friday.
Listen, fuck y'all.
Anyway, have we gotten a long rest in? Why do I have 85 health?
You certainly have gotten a long rest in. Yeah, everyone can hit that. I think we just ended right with you guys plane shifting out, and then we never actually long rested.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, feels good. Can I? What am I attuned to? Can I unattune to the Ring of Fire Resistance, and then subsequently reattune to the Staff of Healing?
Absolutely.
I would very much like that. As much as I like being resistant to something, I also like healing my friends.
Why?
That's not a lie.
No, I said
Zero.
why.
Oh.
Just
Why?
feeling cantankerous. Don't worry about it.
Ree!
Yeah, healing word by itself really isn't great.
Listen, I didn't make Eli to be a healer, okay?
No, I made a healer with Ulfric, and healing word by itself not fucking great, homie.
It's unfortunate.
I know it's pretty bad. I know.
Healing Word is a spell you take on a martial character that also wants to just occasionally be helpful while still hitting things.
You go, oh, I'm in range. I can pop them up my
Yeah.
next turn.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a ranger. I can shoot twice with my bow and then Healing Word you. Like, that's a good use of Healing Word.
Exactly.
What could we possibly offer as rare gifts?
How
Other
many
than Leroy.
Pepes do we have?
Good question. It's time to break into the vault of Pepe's here that Drost certainly keeps in the.
Yeah. You didn't lose your NFT wallet, did you?
Oh my god. My NFTs.
Oh
I feel
my God.
like of all the people, the Fae would love NFTs.
Don't worry, guys. It's gonna go back up.
You're not wrong.
You tell them about a rug pull, and they're like, "That's amazing."
Yeah. Actually, though.
Yo, that shit's genius.
You mean they just give you their money and you just take it? I have a
Anybody got any ideas?
Spellguard shield that I don't use anymore.
Oh, I still have a soul coin.
Cool. You want to get rid of that and maybe become a better person?
Trade it to the Fae. How about?
Sure, whatever. We have guns too.
We do have
We could,
guns.
That's very true.
We
They
could,
might-
by
Really?
trading with our guns, tame the Fae people, and that's the
Huh?
only way I'd describe them.
Yo, it's no wonder that Dross has been having shitty dreams if he's just been holding onto a soul coin for this long.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like every time he like goes to look for something in his bag, he like ruffles through some pockets. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Every time.
Carrying a soul coin is like a constant mental burden that just drains you of like your emotional energy, and Dross just chilling.
Forget.
Yeah.
Bro just has so much constitution.
It's weird. It's like exactly the same as TikTok.
until the ban goes through, then TikTok will.
Yeah, they'll ban it, Copium.
This time it'll work.
Yeah. For
They should just ban
sure.
all social media, bro.
True.
Except Discord.
Honestly.
Leave me Discord, but
Not
yes.
true.
Leave,
Yeah,
leave
Honestly,
Discord.
fuck it. Nuke Discord.
Nope. I won't be able to talk to y'all.
Write me a letter.
Damn.
That kind of just like that.
We'll go back to Skype.
That's
Whoa.
what
Oh, we could use Teams. There we go. Easy clap.
Ew.
Black?
Slack.
Ew.
No one
You
here
guys
gonna
are
rep IRC?
hurting
Guys, but
me.
if we switch to Teams, we can have AI write our session recaps for us.
Oh my god.
Oh
We
my
could
god.
already
Literally hurting me
probably
so
have
much.
that.
Yeah, but Teams can do it automatically now, which is kind of neat.
Oh, cool.
Imagine how funny this sentence. Yeah, I was typing in my friend group Slack the other day.
That is the most like hail corporate sentence I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's funny. So, anyways, D&D.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyways,
We're
Alright.
doing so good tonight.
I started blasting.
I have a soul coin and guns. Let me check my inventory.
All right, I didn't even think about recycling
Oh,
things
I
that
have
we
a
have.
very rare arcane essence.
Mithril plate, rod of
That's probably
security,
fine.
rod of abjuration.
I have
That's
a blast scepter and a ring of fire resistance that I'm not using.
Ross needs to go in there and start asking all the Fae if they're interested in his rod, and then pull out
Oh,
various rods of
Aw.
security, like the rods of security, rod of whatever the fuck.
I also have a soul coin and a rare arcane essence.
Damn.
I have
Good
500
God,
gold
guys.
worth of dragon shards, apparently.
Leroy going through their inventory. Oh shit!
How does it feel to A, have been holding on to someone's soul that you had the power to free this whole time, and B, have forgotten about it?
Hey man, we got a lot of
Certain
important
kind of
shit going
feeling.
on, okay?
We've been a little busy.
Because that is what a soul
To be
coin
fair,
is,
I also
you know.
have a little bag of sand.
It's somebody's soul that is trapped and can't like pass on because they're trapped.
Don't
All
think
right, let's
about
be
it.
real. It's currency, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna assume that since they ended up in that position, they deserved it. And continue
Oh
to
my
deserve
god.
I guess.
it. I never say anything political.
All right.
No.
Anybody else got any ideas? Think really hard. What could you each contribute?
Ooh, wait, hold up. Jordan, DM Jordan, what
Absolutely jack shit.
what mythologies does Eberron borrow from? Corollary to that question, is it this bag of sand that I have here?
Uh-huh.
Could I real fuck with them with that?
What?
So
Is this like an I got a jar of dirt kind of moment?
no, in like Celtic mythology, the way to keep out like fairies and other nasties is you put like a ring of sand or sugar or whatever, and they have to count all of it to get across it,
Gotcha.
and so they get stuck, which I think is ableist.
That does seem like a hate crime to autistic people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's a punchline right there. Sheesh.
Anyway, so I have this
So
sand here.
so the Eberron mythology is based on the Eberron mythology. It's very
Fuck.
yeah.
Self-contained.
Yeah, it's very
Doesn't
recursive.
carry any echoes of.
I mean, there's certainly some. I will say, the Eberron Bay stuff is it's based more on like fairy tales than like folklore and mythology and stuff. It's based more on like our, yeah, if that makes any sense.
Damn. Well, I'll just keep it as pocket sand then.
Like you might just find some fae in Eberron's Feywild and Thelanis just acting out Cinderella. Like that's just what they do for eternity. They just keep on repeating the Cinderella story over and over again every generation. Like that's just what they do there.
Interesting. First movement of one of my
who else
pieces
is
that I'm
the
playing
Kingdoms of
tomorrow is
Amalur?
Cinderella.
Because that's exactly what they fucking do in Kingdom. So they stole this from Eberron. Okay, cool.
You know what we should probably do? We should probably come up with code names, because I've heard somewhere that Fae like to steal your names or use your names for some. I don't know what they do with the names, but all I know is that your real name is a bad idea.
Good idea. My fake name can be Leroy. Can you
Leroy,
remember
your
that?
name is Leroy.
But without the numbers,
Well,
just actually Leroy.
Not really. My name's actually L3R07,
Yeah.
which
Oh
is
my
a
God,
designation
we haven't
for a
even been
more
calling you by your
important.
name this whole time.
No, I go by Leroy.
3rd Legion Repair Unit 7.
I feel like that would still be.
Oh yeah,
How about we name you Lee Rob?
that's an interesting name. I've never heard that before.
Leroy has certainly met Lee Rob because Lee Rob exists.
Yeah.
The 8th
So
repair
Lee-
unit of the 3rd Legion. Yeah.
Lee Rob is literally just like
You're slightly younger.
one
brother.
unit over.
Yeah.
Eli's not thinking about that.
We worked in the same camp. Sure, Lee Rob works.
Poor Lee Rob about to have his name taken. Randomly.
And I
Somewhere in
can
a
be
parallel universe, he's pretending to be someone called Leroy.
Perfect.
I can be Elios.
Did you just add
Dross.
OS to your name?
Did we add a B to your name?
Drostos?
Dross.
Nakaratos?
Your name
Jurasba.
can be Frosty.
Jurasba.
Frost. But with the B emoji.
I like Drossville with the B emoji.
Man, I love it when my characters have nice big brosts.
All right, your name is Brost. And Nakarith,
I can't wait.
you can be Ted.
We'll just leave you as Nikarth.
Ted.
Jurasba.
All right, so we got Elios, we got
Ted.
Lee Rob, we got Brost.
Wait, hold up. Nope. I'm gonna need. Wyatt, no. Oh, is it letter B?
Yeah, oh, you had it there, it was just the lowercase. I don't know why otherwise.
Oh,
I think it's just the lowercase. Yeah.
there we go.
Despite it
So we
being an
got my
uppercase.
name.
Brost. B-Rob.
So,
Elias.
You have to really, I feel like if you use the emoji, you have to really emphasize the B when you pronounce
Put
it.
some stank on the B.
Barrel.
B-Rob.
B-Rob.
All right.
And Ted. Alright.
And
And
just
Ted.
say Ted? Perfect. Is that Nakara?
Have you met Ed?
Yep.
Excellent.
That's
This is our buddy
amazing.
Ted.
My name is Ted Lasso.
And if they ask for our last name, let's just use the last name of somebody else that we know that we don't like.
Like what?
What's Burkana's last name?
Fuck you.
I thought her last
God.
name was Bacana.
Burkana. Fuck.
What? No, I thought that was just like a mononym.
What is their name? Burke, and their last name is Kana?
Nope.
I guess nuts from Burke. Is,
No one else really gets that one, but I get that one.
I'm
It's
so
not that
lost.
hard to put together.
I've never nutted from Bert.
I did once. Really embarrassing.
Aw.
Aww.
I'm glad this is such a sane session.
I'm crying.
I've had a very
Okay.
long day, guys. So.
Yeah.
All a little hilarious.
This is a great start to the Feywild.
Yeah.
Really
I don't
material.
know, but we are currently in the Feywild.
Not many people know this.
Many are saying it though, which is weird.
That was weird. All right.
Just get in there.
So you
homies.
got some ideas of
Yeah.
things you could give away. You've got your pseudonyms and yeah. Oh, I like that they're in the
Oh.
chat. Yeah, Ted. Thank you.
I just
Thank you.
realized I do have the old Eldritch Claw tattoo that I haven't been using. I don't think I cannibalized that.
When you de-attune from that, do you just rip the ink out of your skin? Like, how does it work?
I feel
Well,
like it just stops
canon-
being.
Can is
Okay.
it goes back into the needle that was used
Mm.
to apply it to my skin.
Mhm.
And you can apply it to someone else.
So it's just a recycled
Yeah.
tattoo. They suck the ink back out so they can put it in someone else. Excellent.
That's
Yeah,
a very
basically.
Eberron thing.
That's not even from Eberron though, but it is a very Eberron thing. You're right.
It's like those lungs.
Yeah.
Oh
I like
god, those
that.
lungs. I keep forgetting about those.
I can't forget about that. I dream about it. That shit's haunting.
Yeah, my favorite part of that was you guys breaking the neck of the person who had the lungs in them, so lungs couldn't come out like they normally would. That was fun.
Right.
Yeah, that was fun.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy.
Hey, if the lungs want to be free, they have to work for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, let me Let me delete Lee Rub. Sorry. B Rub.
All right.
What does the B stand for?
What?
Because the L stands for something. What does the B stand for?
We were so close to going
It's a
somewhere there,
disguise
and
name, Eli.
It's
a disguise.
you see, if you smush an L and a 3 together real close, it just becomes a B. So it's
Oh my
not that
God.
different.
Oh Jesus! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, B Rob, like that. It's still just kind of it's similar. All right. So going somewhere. Let me cancel this music.
The composer was racist.
Yeah. it's not true. But you guys open up the portal to Thelanis, the fairy court. And strangely, the portal, like many of the portals before, have all been different, either substances or weird patterns, or this last one you went to finally just looked like a gate that you could walk through and you could actually see the other side. But this portal, completely flat, like kind of dull gray.
Oh.
On the
Is
lighter
it?
side of gray, but it's just like a medium gray.
Oh.
Interesting.
That doesn't seem very Feywildy. I thought it would be more colorful.
well, more importantly, we should see what's on the other side.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, I'll go ahead and go through.
All right, everyone in?
Everyone in.
So you step into the portal, and for a moment you're just surrounded by that color all around you, and you don't feel like you're moving anywhere or anything like that. You just feel deprived of your senses in a weird way. You can kind of see each other nearby, but then suddenly, in a snap, as if awaking from a dream, as if awaking from a nap you were having, you're just sleeping somewhere, and you're just in a tavern. All four of you are seated around a table, and you all feel like like the very slight amount of out of breath, like you just had walked here and just sat down. Like it doesn't seem like you've been relaxed for an extended period or anything. You're in a tavern. You just got here. It is a classic fantasy tavern. There is a barkeep nearby, a rather large dragonborn with an outfit that's ever so slightly too small, just kind of polishing a glass over the bar. There are some dwarves in the corner arm wrestling with ale sloshing around as people cheer nearby. It's a wild, all the classic like fantasy bar start of the adventure tropes are here.
Mm-hmm.
I am mildly confused, but I raise my hand to the bartender. I'm like, barkeep, I'd
Yeah.
love to grab an ale, if you will.
Yes. Well, one moment. Sets the glass down and puts on a pair of glasses and pulls out a little piece of parchment. Walks over. Yes. One ale for you. Can I get anything for the rest of you?
I'll probably just ignore him and cast True Sight on myself.
Oh yeah, what does he look like to me?
Oh yeah, true. Both the barkeep and the and pretty much everyone around you all appear to be just like little motes of energy hovering in the air. It's little sprites.
Do they look
Little sprite.
problems?
Do they look like
Or
what?
do they look threatening in any way, or just look like little guys?
They're little guys, and if you kind of squint at them a little bit and kind of like really take a closer look, they appear to be extremely small guys. They are little guys. They're little like pixies with wings, but they're ever so tiny, and they're projecting
just
illusion
a-
magic out to
They're just
fill the forms.
guy.
Little guys.
Okay.
And little gals and little everything in between. But
Nope, they're just little guys.
just little guys.
Okay.
Anything for the rest of you? If not, I'll go get that ale. Any food? No, we good?
What?
Oh, just
No.
the ale is fine. Do you guys want anything? No, no, I don't think my friends want anything. But thank you so kindly.
Mm,
Do you have contentment?
Uh, I am pretty content working this job. Yes, if that's what you're asking. I've
Just
owned this
said
place
so.
for a few years now. It's been pretty good.
Could you serve me some?
Serve you some contentment.
Do you not do that here?
Um,
This
Um,
might be a different place.
excuse me, sir. We serve beer, ale, and stew.
Oh, well, then I'll have
You
some
seemed
then.
a little bit hesitant on the stew thing. Do you or do you not sell stew?
But we have stew.
Okay, just checking.
I have to go into the back, but yes, we have some stew.
So this building itself is real?
Yeah, you can wrap your hand against the wood. Feels real.
I think they're either playing make believe or like they're trying to trick us.
There's
Oh my
like
god,
some
it's
windows.
VR chat.
Yeah, there's some windows nearby, and if you glance through them, anyone who wants to look through the windows without like getting out of your seat, just give me a perception check real quick. You can see some things, but I'll give you a level of detail based on how good your perception check is.
Mm,
All right, anyone else
Good
jumping
job,
in?
guys. Oh nah.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
oh,
God damn it.
20 and 21 are both pretty good. And Drost, you still can see some things from the window, but you can see that this is not just an isolated inn and tavern. There does appear to be a small town surrounding this as well. You can see out through several windows. You can see people leading wagons nearby and tying up their horses by some of the buildings. There are people wandering from store to store. There is there's a bit of a settlement here, and it all looks like a very classic, settlement on a river.
what a nice little town.
Yeah, seems alright.
I guess we better ask the barkeep what role we are to play here.
Or we could simply use our little anchor to
Well,
find
could
out
do
where
that.
we're going.
Also true.
I'd say the less interaction, the better.
Probably.
One of the dwarves drunkenly kind of stumbles into your table and bumps it a little bit. Sorry about that. Sorry. Oh, wow. You're a large one, aren't you? And he kind of punches Dross on the shoulder.
How?
And I'll say, oh, you're small, aren't you? And can I reach through the illusion?
He points up at you and just kind of giggles. If you reach out with your hand to reach through the illusion, you do hit flesh. Where are you reaching? Like for his face? For his chest? Like where are you?
Wherever
God,
the little
please
guy
break
is
his nose.
located.
Wherever the little guy's located, probably in the chest, yeah.
I'll just tap the chest with my finger and be like, I
Ugh.
see you in there.
Excuse me, sir. Like, you could take me out to dinner first, or you are a rather large one. Very impressive, but well, I do prefer my
Massive
personal
guy.
space. I'm sorry. I'll get out of yours. It was my fault. My fault here. He'll back away and head back over to his table.
To be honest, he's the one who invaded Dross' personal space first. Like,
Yeah, that's what he started to realize as he was talking himself through it. It's like,
He's like, oh shit, my
like,
bad.
oh,
Oh wait, I'm the asshole.
yeah. He's like the slightest twinge of getting sober while he sits there and thinks for a minute instead of just being drunk.
Did I just punch this 10-foot tall
Yeah.
meat mountain?
why did I punch the 10-foot tall meat man? What is wrong with me today?
He's like, wow, I'm glad I didn't get punched for that one.
the
I need a big
10-foot
boy.
tall meat man who almost crushed my body by reaching out towards me.
Nakareth, you with your passive perception notice someone like there's obviously a lot of sounds and noise and smells and hustle and bustle all around you currently, but You don't pay much attention to things that are obvious with your ridiculous past perception. You look for things that are out of place. And
course.
you happen to catch out of the corner of your eye somebody like slinking near the doorway to the building, like a hooded figure who is just currently leaning up outside near one of the windows. And from your vantage point, you see them lift their wrist and check a watch and kind of shrug and put their hand away and continue to wait.
Hmm.
Ooh.
And the bartender
I'm
returns
gonna.
with ale for Eli. Here you are.
Bartender,
Yes.
do you normally have shadowy figures waiting outside?
Well, there are shadows out there, I suppose, and it's not a crime to wait outside the building.
No.
I can't
That was
think.
that was
Can't
weird.
say
We
it's
shouldn't-
a. Yeah, I can't say it's a common occurrence. No.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Not much shady happens in this town. It's a peaceful town. You don't have to worry. Just kick back. You can. You're all travelers. Yes, I don't recognize any of you.
Yeah, we are travelers. We actually just
Travel.
got here. Would you mind telling us a little bit about this town? Anything you know, happening? Anything that we could help out with? We are grand adventurers.
Well, I've lived in this town for many years, and ever since I moved in here and started running this bar, my life has been full of happiness and contentment, and I've been very satisfied with my living here.
Insight check?
Go for it.
I'll be like, but I'm feeling a butt coming on.
Oh, it's a 10. I believe him.
Yeah,
I'm also
he-
feeling a butt coming on, but
Eli, very good at lying, very gullible.
34.
34. He seems to believe what he's saying. Yes. You
Okay.
don't detect a lie in there necessarily. You do detect, especially in the manner of speech he's saying and in the choice of words he's using, that there is something missing. But you've asked, can you tell us about this town? And he just said, well, this town is great, and I've been here. With a 34 insight check, I think it's a pretty fair thing for you to notice that nothing has been named here.
Ah. Now, I don't believe we saw any signs on the way in. What is this place called?
He kind of hesitates for a moment and starts to think, and then says, well, all of us citizens here have never really gotten together and named the place. We just slowly grew naturally over time, and well, it's the town to us.
Mm-hmm.
the town rings a bell as a nice name. I say.
I suppose you could call it the town. Perhaps I'll bring that up at our next meeting. That'll be a good
Where are you
punchline.
from, friend?
I'm from the town.
Oh, right.
At least I have been for the past few years. Before that, I was from the town next over.
Is there a first town?
That sounds like a philosophical question, and I'm sure at some point in time there must have been a first town.
What came first, the town or the barkeep?
Probably the
So-
barkeep.
If there was a first town, or if there's a last town, do you have some sort of way to refer to other towns? Do people from not around here know how to talk about this town?
I don't see why you would. Once you arrive here, why would you leave? It's the perfect town. We've got everything you could need, and, well, once people show up, they tend to just stay with us. Speaking of,
Well, I don't know.
since you all are such fine travelers and are so clearly interested in the town, I'm happy to house you here.
Plus,
Cool.
This is an inn and tavern, after all.
Oh, what a lovely inn and tavern.
Thank you. And he gives a slight bow.
Alright, I'm gonna look around outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna have a nice little tour of this town. The town. Yeah. And I
It was
paid
three
for the
three
drink.
copper pieces for your ale. Yes, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I give him, I don't know, 5 copper.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Of course, of course.
Mhm.
You were lovely to speak with.
You as
Now come
well.
on, friends. Let's go explore the town.
Have a nice day, you
That
all.
sounds like a great idea.
And as he says that, like, kind of waves you out. One of the dwarves in the back, like, punches another one off the chair, and he goes over to intervene.
As we go to walk away, I keep a hand in my pocket and I keep a tight grip on, or my hand in like wherever the little gyroscope is. I'm gonna keep a tight grip on that so it doesn't get stolen.
All right.
Good idea.
Are you all 4 of you leaving the building?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you head
This is a
out,
cult.
you do pass by the person who is waiting outside, and this person does not appear to be cloaked in an illusion, like the others. They are just wearing a large dark robe, not like a black robe, like probably a very dark shade of green. That has a very large hood they have pulled down over their face, and they're clearly trying to just kind of blend into the surroundings with it as they wait here. And as you all exit the building, they'll kind of glance up and then try to get their hood down between you and them, so as not to make eye contact.
Eli like
Um,
walks up to him and says, "Well, hi there, friend. Are you a resident of the town?"
I'm gonna tell Eli telepathically that this guy is different.
And this guy, as you approach, is actually a girl.
Yeah.
As you approach Eli and you get to make out more details, you see this long, like flowing brown hair tucked back into the cloak, and obviously feminine features of an Eladrin beneath the cloak. Currently an autumn Eladrin. And she is looking at her watch occasionally as you speak with her. She says, not now, just it'll happen in just a minute. I'll be with you afterwards. Hold on.
Well, what
Uh,
will happen?
what is the story we're in?
Ah, you are you'll see soon enough. Hold on.
Yes, we're new. Fine.
And she points a finger with one hand while looking at the watch, and you hear a scream off in the distance. The goblins! The goblins are here! Everybody run!
Did you do that, or did you know that was going to happen?
I knew that was going to happen.
Who the fuck would be afraid of goblins?
So some panic starts to set in through the town. People rush out of the tavern you were all just in. The tavern keeper rushes out with like a rolling pin in his hand as he goes off to chase down the goblins or whatever. Some people are running in fear, just running out of the town, just running, screaming. It's all a very immediate, very chaotic scene as, yeah.
Eli leans up to the woman and goes, "Is there even goblins?
Oh, yes.
Why are they this scared?"
Well, that's how the story goes. And a goblin, like, is as you're talking with her, you probably notice first Nakarth, a goblin sneaking up behind her, and she just kicks a foot back and just hits it square in the nose, and it falls over, and it's like rolling back and forth in a very cartoonish, like, ow, my nose manner. And then, yep, shall we? And she heads into the tavern.
I suppose.
I
I guess we
don't particularly care.
Ross, let's go.
So she heads directly into the tavern, walking with purpose, and just kind of hops over the counter and just starts helping herself to drinks behind the bar. But you want anything? You want ales here? We got
I mean, I already grabbed an ale, but it's fine. Would you mind explaining what the heck is going on here?
It will take an ale.
So you're all really not from here then?
Really?
No.
Is it really
Huh.
not that obvious?
Oh, it's just been a
Well,
long
there's also
time.
thugs everywhere.
You're
The
from the material plane.
yeah, don't go around telling people that. It won't go good for you. Um, it's been a long time. Yeah, mortals don't tend to make their way here. When they do, they don't tend to last long. But well, I am sure you'll be fine. Just
Why the masquerade party
oh, it's
on their end?
well, that's what they do.
Hmm, fair enough.
Come back tomorrow, though. Do it all again. It's an endless play, an endless story. All this food will be restocked by some magic or another as well. So why not take some?
This
Is
is
it
this is the
Fair
plane
enough.
where we have to talk to the guy, right?
What'd you
Out of
say?
character.
Sorry, huh?
This is the plane where we have to talk to that dude, right? Like
What
the
dude?
god dude, the god dude.
Oh, the dragon
What?
god.
Yeah.
Oh
So
shit.
technically, what the prophecy states is that you are currently changing the celestial alignment, which will lead to a different outcome in the selection of the dragon gods. You may need to still locate the dragon gods to actually, speak with them, but yeah, like the dragon god that you're selecting by stabilizing this plane will certainly owe you one, but they're not necessarily here. They could have been in any of the previous planes. They could be back in the materia plane. They could be here.
Wait, so who's the one that I have to present my thing to?
Let me check my notes because I don't have that off the top of my head.
Sorry.
No worries. You'll probably present your notes to them like after you manage to stabilize the planes. That will trigger the prophecy
Okay.
that will lock them in as the representative for the next world. So they'll owe you one. You'll have some leverage in communication with them. Right now, the dragon gods only care about dragons. Anything lesser than a dragon, they don't give a shit about. So you don't really even have like an audience with them yet. But you'll probably earn an audience for them by giving them such an extraordinary gift. So,
For some reason, I thought this plane was where we were going to talk to the person. Never mind.
no, that'll probably come after though.
Okay.
So
We're just looking for the location of the compass.
yeah. So if you
Uh,
don't, I did find out in my notes. If you don't stabilize this plane, Tosk, who is the dragon god of greed and selfishness, will be the next progenitor dragon. And if you do stabilize this plane, then Halal, the dragon god of humor and pleasure, will become the next progenitor dragon of that slot.
I want him to be the producer. That
Yeah,
sounds
Yeah.
much
like
better
he's
than
a
greed.
good food truck, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
One of those
exactly.
like really good food trucks with a really friendly guy who like always gives you extra chicken even if you don't ask for extra chicken.
Yeah, based.
Anyways,
Just since we're on the topic as well, we've got harsh oppressive law or justice is what the other group is working on currently.
oh
And
Jesus.
then the final confrontation with both groups together will be either evil, vengeance, and destruction, or good, healing, and light are the two dragon options for that. So, there's a lot riding on this for sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right.
While she's pouring ale, I'm gonna look at the compass to see where it points, if it's pointing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It is pointing in a direction.
Cool.
Towards or away
What's
from the
that,
goblins, out of curiosity.
what was that? Sorry.
Towards or away from all the commotion.
The commotion's kind of all around you.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
there are. It seems like kind of strange that there's not much happening in this room currently.
Hmm.
But yes, all around you outside. You just this conversation you're currently having is constantly marked in the background by screams and shattering and things smashing and weapons being sliced and so on. Goblins giggling and
So, miss, if you don't mind, I can't help but notice that you don't seem like you are a part of this story. Am I wrong for assuming?
no, that's very accurate. No, I am I come here for the free booze every day. Every day.
No,
I
honestly, that's
don't have
fair. I wouldn't.
no.
I would
It's
not judge
I
you.
don't have a
I would
problem. I
not.
don't. No, it's just
No, it's all right, man. Don't worry. I also love the booze.
Lots of
excellent.
people have problems.
Right.
For example, Eli's been in denial about a lot of stuff for years.
No, I haven't.
See?
Yeah, like the booze problem.
We don't drink booze in front of y'all.
Anyways, don't. It looks like you already don't. I'm glad I don't have to explain this, but yes, don't feel bad for them out there. They'll be fine tomorrow. This is all a show. Yada yada. I'm glad you're already caught up on that. That's good. So yes, I just come here for the free ever replenishing ale. I happen to like the taste of what they've got here. There's stew in the back if you need some food.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Is, what do you do other than that? Do you actually like do shit around here?
What do I do normally
Yeah, what do you
when I'm
do?
not here stealing food?
I feel like it'd be more appropriate to say appropriating food or liberating it.
Well, if nobody eats
It's
it
like
today, it simply less of it gets replenished tomorrow. So really, nothing is lost.
Exactly, you're liberating it.
said like a true
That's fair.
guerrilla fighter.
I'm
I
quite
am.
confused.
What is guerrilla fighting?
I
That's
don't.
something sounds like something you'd be into.
It sounds like just two gorillas fighting. I don't really know.
That does sound
Anyways,
entertaining. But
we're getting off topic. Miss.
yes, I
We.
was. Oh yes.
Oh, sorry. No, you can. You go ahead. Continue. Continue.
Well, your friend here asked me what I did. Did you not want to hear or?
Oh God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
He's not.
No worries. No worries.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, as you can see by only myself being here, this is not a particularly popular thing to do on one's afternoon here. Let's just say I'm hashtag not like the other girls. Yes.
What is a hashtag?
Oh, too soon for that one. Fair enough. Time between this plane and yours is all over the place. It's hard to remember when things line up. Anyways, I'm a bit of a loner. I roam through these stories and well, just experience them. I don't have a job, so to speak, if that's what you're asking about.
Do you like having a job?
Well, she doesn't have one.
Not
But
particularly. I'm pretty happy the way I am, actually.
Okay.
I was mostly just curious what you like to do.
Yeah, so I wander from story to story. I guess that is what I do.
How often do you say you wander from story to story?
Well, it depends on the day. If I am feeling like ale, I'll come to this one, and so on. If I feel like watching an ogre get taken down by a very, very small halfling with just a knife, there's a couple towns over that's pretty fun to watch. If I
He
feel
like
like
gulps a little.
watching some more court drama between the prince who loves a commoner and the nobody supporting their love, and that can be a fun one to watch too. But that one takes a little longer to truly unfold. So take your pick. I'm never really not in one of these stories. They're kind of all over the place here.
Would you say that us as outsiders traveling through these stories ourselves on our own, you could say story, do you think that'd be particularly dangerous?
Well, I wouldn't particularly advise you go around proclaiming yourselves to be mortals to anyone who might listen. This is rather close to the Prince of Frost's territory. Be careful about that one.
The what of who now?
Oh, the
We
Prince
don't
of
acknowledge our mortality anyway.
the Prince of Frost.
I am also not immortal.
All right, Dross. Maybe
Oh.
you should just like not talk to people.
Very good. If you tell that to the Prince of Frost, he may let you go. I'm not certain. I believe it is very specifically mortals he dislikes.
Oh,
That's weird
Alright.
because when you're immortal, you can just wait for mortals to go away. They do it on their own.
Yes, I think that is his current frustration.
Are they not?
I don't recall the full details, but
Mm,
you see, the Prince of Frost used to be quite a happy man, actually. And he was a Prince of Summer. Quite different he was back then, or so I've heard. That was far before my time. Um, many generations ago in my family, from what I've heard, the Prince of Frost had a betrothed, and he loved her very much, and they were happy, and the story goes that she ran off with a mortal instead. And it turns out she never loved him in the first place. She simply wanted his position. And so he has cursed mortals forever. And these two, this fey princess and this mortal, mortal, I guess, this ordinary commoner mortal, they sent themselves far into the future using her fey magics, and, well, he is eternally waiting in his kingdom of, well, now it is a kingdom of ice, and hunting down the mortals of the plane and such. So be very careful about that one.
aw.
He is waiting for them to finally return so he can get his revenge on them, and in the meantime, he entertains himself by hunting mortals for sport.
What is the name of this runaway?
What is my name? Is that what you? Sorry.
The runaway.
Uh, I never heard the name of the his lover. Yes, the prince's
Yeah.
lover.
Yeah.
I don't think he tends to make a habit of just proclaiming her name. He's sort of given up that name in order to I don't know, spite her in some way.
This is a fascinating story. How did you come to know it?
I heard it from my parents. They heard it from their parents, and so on.
You,
We're rather
uh,
close to the Prince of Frost's domain, so it's just local knowledge.
Miss, would you
Inside?
happen to know the general direction of where this Frost Kingdom is?
You can roll that insight check. Yes, I did hear that.
Let's go.
General direction of, yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't detect anything out of the ordinary.
Or,
Um,
yeah, I'll tell.
General direction of the Prince of Frost's kingdom. I suppose would be off that way. And she kind of like turns in place for a minute as if she's like retracing her steps in her head slightly, and then settles on a direction and holds out a finger. That way, yes.
I look at my compass.
Yeah, it's pointing that way.
Eli starts banging his head on the table.
Hey man, you know it's never easy.
Oh, you've got a
Just
handy device. I don't know where you
I'm
got
just
that, but just don't go in that direction.
I just wanted just one place where I don't almost die.
Yeah, as
And
Eli
Eli just
is
keeps doing that.
as Eli is banging his head on the table and crying, a goblin creaks open the window next to Eli with a dagger held out. And
Eli fucking turns around and just fucking casts fucking cloud of daggers on its ass or some shit. I don't know. And then
excellent.
goes back to
So
sobbing his fucking eyes out.
so it sneaks up in a very cartoonish way where like it can obviously be seen by you that it is trying to sneak. And then you cast Cloud of Daggers, the window shuts, and there's just blood sprayed up on the window, just covering the scene behind it. So you can't see out the window anymore.
Back to sobbing.
Perfect. Just a buzzsaw sound outside.
Well, at least we have a clue what we're looking for now.
Oh wait, hold on.
What are
Eli's
you
not
looking for?
sobbing. He's laughing hysterically. Wait, hold
Oh,
on.
right, because of your new character trait. Yep,
Yeah, because it's so serious, so I'm just laughing hysterically while
perfect.
crying.
Just crying and laughing. Eli is the Joker.
Searching for something, you said? What are you here for?
Yeah. we're here for the center of the plane.
Ah, center of the plane.
Yeah, it's pretty boring stuff.
Well, the center of the
Could be more
plane.
precise, a center of power in the plane.
Yes, that does make sense. So out of any place that would be the center of this place, that is obviously the Moonlit Vale. That's the center of everything here. All of the domains of the Archfey scattered are sort of scattered around the Moonlit Vale. They each have their own portal into it and back again. It's
Ah,
yes.
What general direction is that? I say
Well, the closest one,
silently
yes,
coming down.
certainly the Prince of Frost would have his own portal to the Moonlit Vale.
Oh,
When you say portal, you mean you can't just like, I don't know, fly in from above?
Oh no, they are usually I have to sort of explain this to people as they enter here, how planar magic works, but you all don't seem like the normal just fools that sort of stumbled their way to this place. Do you understand
we
the
purposely
planes? Yeah, you asked about the center of the plane. Okay, yes, you know how this works. So there are sort of demi-planes, sort of sub-planes to this plane, like every plane. And this is one of them.
Fire.
And you are headed to the main, like the main nucleus of the cluster of planes of this plane.
Yeah, it's like the plane of fire. Fuck.
Yes, I suppose it would be. I think all of the planes have something of that nature.
We've been to a lot of planes, miss.
Oh, have you? Any interesting stories?
Yes.
The
This
plane
one
of
almost fucked a
madness.
fire lady.
Well, he made fuck me eyes.
He did make fuck me eyes. The most romantic romance story. Nothing, Ted. Don't worry about it.
oh. Okay. Oh, right. We're still going with Ted. Ugh.
I don't know. We've had lots
Well,
of weird
we could
shit
call you
happen.
Mr. Navision.
What?
It's a,
Mr.
it's a
Miyagi.
several layers deep
Oh.
YouTube joke.
I got it. I am that brain rotted. You must be at least this brain rotted to enter this joke.
You gotta be real fucking broken for
Yep.
this one.
Must have level 8 brain rot.
Yeah.
Stage 4 brain rot.
What do
Well,
we have to
sorry.
do to get the Prince of Ice to let us into or use his little
Well,
portal thing?
definitely don't call him the Prince of Ice. That will not be. It's a Prince of Frost.
I will not speak.
Very,
to her.
He's a real
very
ice cold
important.
Okay. Brast here will not speak. I'm kind of the speaker of the house here.
Mm-hmm.
Frost is a strange name. Have the conventions on the material plane changed that much recently?
Yeah, we're from a weird timeline.
Time zone, I see.
Wait, what are you used to?
Oh, nothing. I mean, my name will likely sound strange to you as well. I am Zenshana.
Insight.
Yeah, that is strange.
No, that
It's like
sounds kind of on
make-
par with some of the names that we've heard lately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insight check. Go for it.
Let's go.
Yeah, she sounded pretty just candid and casual about it.
That's remarkable. That's almost scarier than if she gave us a fake name.
I think it's might be one of those things where she gives the real name because she's like, you can't fucking do shit.
Oh. Do you all like cast glances at each other when she says this name? Like, because you're all reacting out of character. Do you react in character?
Oh,
Oh,
I give
yeah.
her a look as like
Oh.
I'm certain that that's her name.
I am as mortal as you all are. I am avoiding the Prince of Frost as well. I have fey blood that runs in me, but I assume, yes, my name is my name. It was given to me by my parents. It is what people call me. I'm not
there's
one
no-
of the pixies or the sprites or.
Wait, are you from here?
I was born here, yes.
Okay. Sorry, I just got confused for a second. I for some reason I thought you were from the mortal realm. This was my bad.
Well, that is a matter of some
Yeah, but
debate.
where are you from?
Yes, there is some debate on whether the elves of the mortal realm, as you call it, came from here originally, or if we came from there originally. We certainly share a significant amount of blood with the elves of the material plane, but well, our history doesn't go back far enough to tell which one happened first. That said, if you're asking me, there are more properties of myself that are mortal than not, so I imagine we came from where you come from, yes.
Hmm.
But my family and all of our local village have been here for thousands of years, if not tens of thousands of years, so it is easier to say that I'm from here. It's honestly pretty accurate.
Sorry, it's our first time here and we just want to like get the lay of the land,
Of course, of
not try
course.
not offend anybody.
Well, that is one thing you might find tricky here. We're
People
able
looking to be
to
offended.
Well, we're able to have a conversation face to face. We're able to just speak. We're able to reason and have a logical conversation that will flow as conversations do to a point of conclusion. And then I will go on and do whatever it is I have planned next. I think it's
Drink your
the local
ale.
giant guiding the well. I'll get to that one later.
Oh, that sounds
But
fun.
oh, you're welcome to come along if you wish. But yes, the most of the other residents of this place, if they are not an Eladrin like myself, or an exceptionally high-ranking Fae that has sort of gathered enough importance in the plot of its story that it has gained free thought, well, most of the other beings here you will find are simply actors, not really beings of thoughts. They're locked into the role they perform in their story. They are. Are you picking up what I'm getting at
Pawns,
here?
yes.
They are pawns. They are they won't go
Yes.
off script or off track very easily, and not for very long.
And if we try to throw them off track, things
Yes,
probably don't
and
go well.
if things are intended to not go well from the start, you probably won't be able to alter that course very much. If they're intended to get offended at you, they probably will just get offended at you. They'll find some small, insignificant reason to do so, and so on. They are extremely bent on making sure the plots of their storylines line up.
Oh my god, they're
Mhm.
teenagers.
Oh, those scare the
I
living
mean,
shit
that
out of me.
makes sense for the fucking Feywild, so that's out of character.
Only
You
they're
like,
theater kids.
man,
Teenagers scare
mm,
the living shit out of me. Anyway.
this
It's
might
a good
seem
song.
like an odd question, but would you like to potentially travel with us for a time, um, in order to maybe help us learn the stories of these different areas that we're going to? I promise you it'd be very entertaining.
Uh,
I do a lot of wacky shit,
I
and the rest of my group does as well. So it wouldn't be without its fun.
Well,
my my
sorry.
one
Yes,
concern is that we are probably heading in the direction of the Frost Prince.
Yes,
indeed.
I cannot lie to you there. I am going to be walking in the direction of where my little funky compass points me, and if it happens to go in that direction, I do not want to endanger you. You did say you were hiding from them, but we would do everything in our power to keep you safe, as well as our own asses, but also you.
Yes, yes, that does make some sense. I will not lie to you. The prospect of, well, experiencing a brand new story that I have not yet experienced endless times is enticing. One that is being generated by you all as we go. That does sound interesting, but I am not.
Even the death of the prince.
Yes, I highly doubt that. And if you did, he'll probably just be back because his story says he is there. Those goblins that you just killed earlier, he'll be back tomorrow. As will all the townspeople that got killed by the goblins. It's all how the stories work here.
Then you'll at least be able to see that you saw him die once.
That is true. However, I am not willing to risk my life for a story. I am sorry to say. I am quite happy as I am, just wandering from fairy tale to fairy tale.
Have you never heard the expression "do it for the vine"?
I have not heard that expression before. Is that
Again, we come from a very weird timeline.
Yes, the timelines get all criss and crossed from here and there.
Who's Kristen Cross?
Yeah, you wouldn't know her. She's from the next town over.
Oh, right.
So
I
is the
wonder-
timeline more of a linear, a loop-to-loop, a Jeremy Bearimy, like?
Yep.
I wonder if there's something you could do to disrupt this story.
I don't know if there'd be much of a point.
Well, that does bring me to another point, actually. Yeah, disrupting the story is one thing, certainly, and if you do so, some of the Fae surrounding the story will often gain new power in order to get the story back on track. They will elevate in rank in their Fae abilities, and this can give them more capability of thought. If you manage to if you manage to befriend one such Fae that has gained power, you might find some other shortcuts. I am mortal like you. I am subject to the same limits of this place, but the Fae can just kind of go wherever they please. They could duck behind a tree and pop up in a completely different demiplane of this place if they wanted to. So that's another option, as if you were to try and, I don't know, go find a creature in distress who has a very tragic tale and put their tale to rest once and for all. Be the heroes. They'll probably befriend you, and well, if you do that, the story will probably just continue the next day as it was, unfortunately. Good thought, though. But if you manage to fix something somewhere, you might find yourself with an ally that could get you somewhere else. Perhaps not always where you want to go, but somewhere else. You'd be away from the Prince of Frost.
I mean, I wouldn't mind fucking around a little bit.
You've
Could
got
be fun.
options.
DM, how much time do we have?
I like how you say that in character.
Yeah, you're welcome.
He just looks up in the sky. DM, how much time do we have left?
Yes, Zanshana answers back to you after looking at her watch. I'd say you've got about 8 days remaining.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
To meet up with the other, there's plenty.
It's not too bad.
I like lean down near I keep forgetting her name.
Zanshana.
And I just whisper, Traveler? Is that
Aren't you the travelers here? I'm from this
Oh
place.
yeah, of course. Sorry.
Yep.
I was whispering in my comm. I hold a hand up to my ear. Yeah, Traveler. Yeah, of course. And I pretend to have a conversation.
Is traveler a code word or something?
Elias has certain episodes sometimes.
Ever since the Plane of Madness, I've just been a little. That was Ashley. Holy shit.
They go like this.
I see. Are you okay?
That's a good question.
Right as rain.
There are certain extremely specific answers to that question where the answer is yes.
I see.
Oh.
I see.
That sounds dangerous.
What sounds dangerous?
Frost having an idea.
Oh, you mean Brost having an idea?
Yeah.
What's your idea, Brost?
Oh, yes.
I say we make our way to the place we need to go, but along the way we just stop at whatever distractions happen to be popped up.
I feel like we're gonna be traveling for a while.
We have time.
We have 8 days.
We have time.
the one thing. Like, I would be totally down to put a hot dog onto a hamburger, right?
I would be totally down to
I
put
would
a hot
also
dog
be
on
totally
Huh?
down for a hot
Oh,
dog on top of a hamburger.
I'm sorry.
That was just perfectly bled through during a quiet
That is
moment. It was
funny
great.
as hell. That is actually so funny.
Also, I would not. That does not sound good.
That sounds
Why?
weird as fuck.
What if it was vegan burgers?
No, those are just. That sounds like a weird combination of tastes.
What
What
about
if
a
it was
mushroom
big kahuna
upon a
burgers? You
mushroom?
ever think about that?
What if?
Yeah, let's just take a little journey, guys. Let's just, go for the experience more than the progress.
Yeah,
We've been
it's
progging pretty hard.
we've been
Alright.
studying. We need to focus on our experience.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
like
best?
patriots.
I promise I don't have many more questions after this, but how do you think we can blend in the best as we go through these stories?
Probably just play along. Yeah. I mean, there's a few different ways, right? You play along with the stories won't resist you. Or, like we just did here, you can find a place that is unexpected for the story and where you kind of just become the background. Like, nobody expects somebody to walk into the tavern when everyone else is running away. So the focus of the story isn't in here, and we're able to just sort of chill, even though there's all these screams outside.
Jordan, I cannot recommend strongly enough that you read the Thursday Next series by Jasper Ford.
All right, excellent. The recommendations from you keep piling up, and I will get to them eventually. I
do.
promise.
You're telling that story right now.
Well, to be fair, I am telling this story out of a book. So if that makes you feel any better, I am just pulling this all basically directly out of a PDF.
That's fun.
I mean, the concepts, but
Yeah, like that exact world building.
Yeah.
That's where I saw that. It's awesome.
hell yeah. I think that's what I think. Kieran said earlier. That sounds like Kingdoms of Amalur as well, right? The endless
Oh,
repeated
maybe.
stories and stuff.
I've
don't know.
not
I've
played
not
Kingdoms
experienced that either, but
because
yeah.
I heard it was dog shit and I never played it.
Lamau.
That's
Yes,
how
it
we
is
do.
an interesting concept to play with for sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway.
Friends, do we have any more inquiries, or do we want to go outside, yell, "Oh no, the goblins," and run in the direction of my compass?
We could just walk normally.
We gotta play along with the story. Be like, "Oh no, the goblins."
I
Well, we
don't think I'm
can
gonna do
probably
that.
ignore the story a little bit.
Yes,
as a
so
trick.
there are two halves of this, right? To the creatures within the story, if you play along with them, they will play back along with you, of course, and they will attempt to integrate your own actions into the story in whatever way makes the most sense to them. This will also help you blend in from anyone looking on the outside. Now, if you don't care about being seen from the outside, you can likely ignore a lot of what is happening around you.
Guys, I would like for the Prince of Frost to not snipe us out of a crowd and go, "Oh yes, they're the mortals that don't fit in."
Oh, don't worry. He's far too dramatic for that. He will brought you chained to his throne room.
No, I didn't mean sniped like that. I meant sniped like
No, I
like
know.
oh,
what
I
you
saw
mean.
you.
But I just had this image of like a very scary fantasy ice king sitting there in his ice capital with a fucking Kraber.
Yep. Excellent.
So Dross, as much as I enjoy your way to go against the grain, I would really appreciate it if you didn't have us draw any attention to ourselves. please.
He's just gonna cross his arms and frown at you.
Eli starts giggling. He's like, listen, I don't want to die anytime soon. And they start laughing. And I'm like, please, Charles, just play along, please.
I'm not gonna do it.
asking character who literally has a feature called Stone's Endurance to display any kind of emotion.
Hey, just because he has the endurance of a stone doesn't mean he has the emotional intelligence of a stone.
Yeah,
That's
Drop.
unrelated.
No, but
Learn
I
to
did write.
fucking roleplay.
I did write that into his backstory.
Yep.
Can you at least run with us? If we run, you don't have to do the acting part. Just run silently.
Yeah, I'll jog.
You know,
He's
jogging is
so
running for the
fucking
rest of us. So
contrarian.
actually, I'm okay with this. I'm
I
okay.
mean, the three of you
Draws on the
running,
back of my list.
screaming like you're like chickens with your heads cut off, just fucking going crazy. Then Dross just like Sigma walking through the fucking environment.
He's filming himself for TikTok.
Yeah. Built different.
Just practicing my my Sigma face.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Excellent. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure getting to know you. And maybe our paths will cross again.
I really don't think so. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
just want to
heading
be
the way you're
courteous.
go.
Yeah, no,
Oh
we're yeah. I'm just trying to be nice.
yeah. Well, fair enough. Oh,
Sorry, I don't know why I have to be so honest with you.
she hastily finishes her drink and just kind of throws the cup. Sorry, I'm late. Gotta go. Yeah, you know what? I already invited you. It's fine. If you want to see it, you'll follow. If you don't, yes. Have a nice day. And well, I'm not used to this talking to people thing. Later, and she'll walk out.
And
Later.
bye.
Would you
What
say
was she
this
going to
thing
show
was
us?
some
An announced
giant
lady.
thing?
Yeah, she
Something
was
about a
going
giant
to
and
the
a
next town
well.
over to because there was a giant and a well, is all she had said.
I mean, we can go check it out, especially if the compass points in the general direction.
Even if it's a fake giant, I might still kill it.
I mean, let's. First of all, you can currently see that they're not giants. Oh my god. Oh,
It's
why do I feel
because
like this is just gonna be a headache of a fucking journey?
you took me here.
Why did we leave Josh at home, guys? And let's go. Oh no, goblin.
Here there be gerblins.
Hey. It's not that kind of story. I don't see the McElroys anywhere.
What?
Here there be gerblins.
Mm,
Is this
You know what?
about the
it's a
Nazi
cringe.
Okay,
doctor?
never mind. It's
It's-
not cringe.
It's a cringe D&D podcast. Actually,
It's
listens
the
to.
best D&D podcast. Fuck you.
I'm gonna go with cringe on this one.
No, it's actually really good.
But every D&D podcast is cringe, and I love Critical Role.
It's better than Critical Role.
That's definitely untrue.
No, it's true.
It's actually
Cool.
not that hard to find other ones that are just better at this point.
Other ones, yes.
Which one
You
is
guys
being
are mean
discussed?
to
Sorry,
me.
I was reading something. I picked up.
Taz.
Oh, I do intend to catch up on that, but I have not started yet.
Very
I have
good.
heard very good things though.
It's very good. Anyways. Oh no! The goblins! Everybody
Oh
run!
my God.
Are there
That's
actually a
not-
lot of goblins around still?
Yeah. You swear you see more people running back and forth on the street and getting chased by goblins than you saw in the town before, and it's been like half an hour of you just chatting here. It's like the town is just spawning people and goblins to chase each other around.
How long does this go on for?
You could wait around and find out.
Now we're just gonna go. Oh no, run! And if any goblin like comes close with a knife, I'm just gonna fucking cast a low-level spell at it and watch it explode. Cause they're goblins.
Just go, you ugly, and cast Vicious Mockery.
You fucking ugly bitch!
I actually don't think I need to take out a weapon. I think I can one-shot these things with a melee.
Or just like smacking them upside the
This
head.
is your opportunity to pimp slap something in half.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I actually kill them with just an unarmed strike.
You accidentally kick
You
one,
could
they get
kick them
fucking
like
yeeted.
pigeons.
How much health do these things have?
There's a character in a campaign I'm playing right now that has like a 16 damage unarmed strike or something like that right now. It's fucking
Jesus
silly.
fuck.
Holy shit.
How?
And they're not a monk?
They're not a monk. No, they just have a very high strength modifier, like a high strength modifying like belt or whatever, one of those things.
What?
And they also got
System.
a 5th edition. It's something like that in numbers. And I think our DM, we've been joking that they have like a 9 damage punch as a meme up to this point. And then our DM gave us an item recently that was like, I don't remember if it was actually like doubles your unarmed strike damage. It was a homebrew item, and I don't think he thought it through before giving it to us. So Lamau.
That's the best kind.
But it is funny.
Because I do 9 damage on an unarmed strike.
It is very funny, though, to be fair. It's a good meme. And it doesn't actually even get abused at all, which is funny. Like, we still just use weapons. It's just a good meme. I think it might be why he actually gave it to us, because, like, none of our characters are actually power gamey enough to just stop using weapons and use it.
It's just good for when you need to pimp slap someone.
Yeah, no, the punches are just for other party members when somebody said something
When you
dumb.
need to put away your cane.
Yeah. Another party member got a ring of shield just so they could stop punches from the party member that always punches, and they have not actually used it in combat yet.
It's amazing.
It's great.
What? A ring of shit? Oh my god.
This is a very serious campaign, as you can tell.
It's only to avoid 16 damage unarmed strikes.
Yeah.
All I
It has
have to
that
really
written on
say
it
is I'm
on
sorry
one
I'm so
side.
power gamey.
It's okay.
Though to be fair, I'm not the only one.
So back on
Yeah, I'm
back on
sorry I've done
topic.
so much power gaming in this
Yeah,
campaign.
so much power gaming. So are you gonna follow to the place with the giant, or are you heading to your compass? Where are you going?
I mean, I don't really care.
No,
I
think
will
the
say-
fastest way to deal with it.
I will say it
Yep.
up front this time, because I keep on dropping things related to Drost as slight hints in the background. You guys keep going past it. This is your last plane. I'm just gonna say.
That's why I said we should explore everything
Oh.
else, man.
was gonna say,
Okay.
I keep
I was
on
like,
I keep
hey,
on
this would be
building
a cool
in.
foundry to check
I'm
out.
so
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just putting it up front this time because it's been a few little hints in the background before, and because this is your last opportunity, I'm just gonna make it a little more explicit.
So
Ooh, it's gonna be explicit this time?
I'm
Yeah.
legitimately feeling FOMO because I've missed out on so many hints.
I've been like, wow, this is the plane of industry, and you're going to like the center of crafting of the plane of industry. I wonder what you could do here. Oh, okay, cool. Moving on.
You go straight
ancient-
fucking past it.
Some
Cool.
ancient giant ruins that clearly overlaps with the ancient giant ruins of the material plane which Drost's hammer is made of.
To be fair, I said I wanted to go there. I said I wanted
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
there.
you did. It's just the party keeps outvoting you. So I just want to throw it out there.
all right.
You guys
So
could
we should go
just
see the giant in the well.
yes,
is what I'm hearing.
You probably
Yeah.
should. I don't
Yeah,
want to
let's go.
railroad you, but I think Dross will be
But-
very sad if I don't. So, you have to take the side quest at some point, right?
Please.
If you want the side quests rewards, yeah.
Please.
Cool. So, are you guys gonna try and catch up with Zinshana, or are you gonna like just follow her at a distance? What's your plan here?
We can probably outpace her.
Yeah,
Probably.
we'll catch up to her.
All right. So she clearly like weaves in and out of the goblins nearby. She seems to know exactly when like a wagon full of goblins is about to round a corner, and she just stops and it rolls by, and then she keeps walking, like hardly even paying attention. She's just clearly been through this scenario so many times at this point.
She's reading chat during the speed run.
Yeah, exactly. But you managed to catch up, and she'll describe some of the things you're walking through. It's like right now you're in just like a pretty standard forest. This looks like a pretty normal area. This, if you were ported here to the forest without any other indication, you probably wouldn't even think you were in the Feywild. It's not that crazy here. But you eventually come upon another little town, another little village. And you can hear, even before you arrive there, the shouting of a very large creature, a giant, and the occasional slamming and rumbling of the earth as you hear the angry shouts and demands of this giant shouting, "You will bring me food now!" Like things like that. Just he's extremely it has a lot of demands. He keeps shouting at the people around him. And there are some like kind of gasps and other things that you hear occasionally as well. But as you approach the town, are you guys doing anything special, or are you just gonna walk right in, try to blend in? What are you doing?
I don't think I can blend in here.
Probably not too much.
The Karth will sneak around and just remain unseen as best he can.
All right.
Which, he's good at.
Give
I'll
me
just keep an eye on
a stealth check, please.
Okay. Stealth, where are you? Stealth.
Damn, pretty good.
37.
37. So you're all approaching the town, and then suddenly you blink, and the car is gone. Just absolutely fucking disappeared.
Panic.
I'm still okay. Don't worry. No, I'll say in their mind.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got sucked into the fucking void plane again.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Oh, he's fine.
Hold on, let me roll a d20 real quick, though.
Like I can hear him right now.
Ah. Yes, strangely, all of you panic except for Zenshana. But yes, so you guys approach the town. And once you're a little closer and you start to weave in through some of the buildings, you can see that there's a well in the center of the town, which there's currently a very ugly giant standing over the well.
You don't do cap.
Here, let me just drop a picture in chat.
Name and shame.
Name and shame. Very, very ugly giant. Who is standing over the well.
What the
and
shit ass?
anyone who tries to come close, he's like pointing the club out at them and trying to like back them off.
That guy is a skin condition.
Yes.
A couple.
His parents are each other's parents.
He says, "You tiny creatures should listen to what I have to say. You should do what I ask. We have the power here. I will not forgive any of you."
When he
He's
says
clearly-
we, is there anyone else there?
Currently no. But everyone in the crowd is very timid and is like holding back, but clearly people have been here for a while, and like the whole town is gathered for this scene that has been on display here.
Curious.
So
Well,
he's
this-
trying to, he's got like a list of demands for like food and wealth and equipment and things. He's trying to shake this place down, essentially, is what he's shouting at these people.
Tenshana.
Yes.
Tenshana was. What happens here?
Well, the townsfolk eventually give in. He gets his way, but very, very occasionally, one of the young halflings here, not even fully grown, will sneak up behind him and just get him right in the back of the ankle. It's not every time, which is what I find so interesting about this place. And then, of course, he goes wild, goes on a rampage through the town, and is very destructive, which is a little entertaining in its own way. When she's saying all this in just like a normal speaking voice, and none of the people around you are reacting to this in any way.
Do I
Interesting.
see any children around?
Doesn't know how to play.
Yeah, there's like it seems like the whole town is here basically. It's not like a massive town, it's like a little village, but You see, men, women, children of many different races here. There's like dwarves, elves, there's halflings, gnomes. It's a mix.
I pull out my small knife, my dagger, and my pistol, my revolver, I guess, and say, which one of these do you think I should give one of them?
Oh my, I don't recognize that one.
Oh, it's a small knife.
Oh, yes, I've never seen one that small before. I see.
Wink.
Wink.
It's not a micro knife.
No, unless. Uh, hmm. Well, if we wait and see, surely something will happen soon. See, either he gets tired, he starts hitting things, they give him what he wants, he leaves, or we have somebody intervenes here.
I mean, Eli's kind of halfling child shaped. Sorry, Elias. We call him Eli sometimes, but he doesn't like it a lot.
Eli is also still in the bathroom.
Fair enough.
Oh my god, halflings do be shitting.
Frost, you're 10 feet tall?
I'm currently 10 feet tall.
All right. This guy is huge. So he is as big as you are in your giant smite form. So he's a pretty large boy. He's a giant. But you stick out over the crowd. He's swinging his club around, and he eventually the one eye he's got open there, which is very large and looks like something is medically wrong with it.
Why
He
is there a
stares down at you.
monster on the screen?
Because that
No
is where
reason.
you are currently. And he's pointing
You're
his
about
club.
to give him an edged suppository.
Yeah, that's correct. No, points down at Drost and says, "You there, the largest of the group. You will make an excellent example. They will see that none of the rest of them can stand up to me."
Does the voice crack happen too?
Yes,
Cool.
it was just character acting.
First
Trust me, I
number
swear.
with,
Dope you.
what happens if I beat this fucker into the ground?
Well, that would be
I don't know,
a
I just
new
got
story.
here.
I don't know. I've not seen that outcome before. I'm not sure what would
You
happen.
haven't seen that one.
Well, you see, I
Let's
don't
find out.
exactly have the capability of beating this one into the ground to see what would happen.
Second question. What's in the well?
Water.
That's so boring.
Well, the town is thirsty. He's been here for days.
Oh. Alright. I'll kick his ass.
Okay. Just give me 1 second, and she'll run up and kind of scamper up one of the nearby walls onto the roof of a nearby building and just kind of squat so she can have a better view.
I just
series
imagine
of
Nakara
clouds.
materializes next to her.
Yeah, she scampers up there and then just kind of like does a double take, then kind of jumps a little bit when she sees you up there already. But
Yo, this shit is gonna be lit.
Oh, this poor bastard doesn't know what he's in for.
Just like hands her a beer.
Yep, actually, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, I just stole a beer while I was waiting. No.
I'm gonna take a few steps forward, pull out my hammer, and giant smite.
all right. As you do so, he's gonna open that eye at you and just you feel something strange happen as you giant smite. And can you give me a charisma saving throw?
Oh, it's one of
Absolutely.
these fuckers.
Is that a fail?
Unfortunately, you have caught his combat transmitted disease.
No.
And so Drost begins to grow and deform as he grows until he looks very similar. Same kind of like lumps and bumps, and skeleton doesn't look like it quite fits into the skin right. Like one arm is longer than the other, and the other shoulder is larger. And
Oh,
Oh,
but he's big now.
that's gross.
No.
While you are in this form, Drost, you have your normal giant smite things that did work, but your speed is halved. You have disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, and attacks based on strength or dexterity.
Wow, that's crazy.
it won't matter, but you know.
Or foresight, as I was
And
explaining.
I think we will get to this combat next time. It will probably be a fast one, but probably not 3 minutes fast.
Hope that shit ain't permanent.
But he does see, as you grow in size next to him, he is a bit surprised, but it's a weird mix of emotions. He is surprised that you were able to match his stature and perhaps surpass it by a little bit, but he is also very gleeful that you have fallen for his trap and have been cursed by this fey curse that he bears.
Yeah, we have depth charges.
So yeah, there you go. We'll end the session with him pointing his club out to you and say, "Ha ha! I have not had a combat of this nature in quite a while. My club thirsts for violence and your blood," and then he charges at you, and that is where we will start next time.
I thought he was gonna say like what his blood wanted. My
Yeah,
club
true.
thirsts for violence, and your blood is gonna go. But you just it also wants blood. I get it.
It also, yeah, no, it just wants violence and blood. All right.
And also blood.
Also
It's
blood.
okay, Drost. If you are cursed, I do have the scrolls of greater restoration.
Oh, do you? All right.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering if we had something that could fix that. Kinda hoping we did.
2 of those scrolls.
You'll be fine, trust me. It might be slightly inconvenient for a while you recover from this CTD, this combat transmitted disease, but
Jesus Christ.
yes.
That's so funny.
The curse of the evil eye.
Is
Definitely.
that literally what it's called?
Mm-hmm. Because he's got the one big evil eye.
Skill.
One big evil eye.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Do you see it?
No,
He's got it. It's
yeah,
right there.
no, I see it,
It
bro.
looks
I
fucking
see it.
swollen. It looks bad.
He looks a bit hurt.
Big fat eyes.
Buddy, are you okay?
He is not okay.
He doesn't look okay. You know what? I'd be cranky too. I think this guy's just misunderstood.